What's up, guys? Matocaster here, and today we are back in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 because I just can't stop playing it. It's still just that good, and I'm still making videos of it. I'm just over here drooling over this Mercury. I can't get enough of this car. We'll pretend that that's my shop car. That's what I drive to work every day, eh? How about that? Just look at it. I love that car. If you haven't seen this car built, it was a couple of videos ago. And then we also did, of course, the DeLorean time machine here. Out of time right there. All right, guys, today we're gonna go find something cool. Just see what we can find. Probably do some barn finds. I really enjoy doing the barn finds over the auctions. Maybe we'll go to the junkyard, see what we can find. In the junkyard, somebody commented in my last video that if you look behind the bus, sometimes there's a car there. I did not know about that spot. So let's actually, I want to go check that out. I want to go see what is behind the bus. It's been in the back of my mind. We only have a few barns. We're going to need to find some more those barn little map things that you can find and open up some more barns. But for now, let's head over to the junkyard and see what we can find and check out that spot behind the bus that I was told about. I'm excited. Come along with me. Here we are at the junkyard, and let's see what we've got. I usually check over here first. There's nothing. Nothing there. And I didn't see, yeah, there's nothing in this part here. Sometimes there's a car there. Nothing. Got a whole lot of nothing, it looks like. Nothing there. Oh, I see a C1 Corvette over there. And nothing here. Check behind the bus. Now that I know, there is a spot back here. And there's nothing here. Huh. Seems like slim pickings at the junkyard today. That C1 is nice. But we've already done a C1. Recently, too. Let's see what else we got. Oh, there's a BMW. Looks like a E36 M3, maybe? That is indeed an E36 M3. They want 7,748, and it's rough. There's not much of anything here. But I do love M3s. This thing needs a lot of work. I'm gonna leave that sit for now. Well, we'll find something better. That one needs a whole lot. I feel like at the auction or something would be a better place to find an M3. Yeah, there's just not much here today. I think we're gonna have to rely on the barn finds, guys. Let's head back to the garage and find us a barn find. Our barn to hopefully find a project car in. All right, back in the garage. Let's go this one. And here we are. I see a 57 Chevrolet. Is it a Bel Air? Or is it 210? It is just a Chevrolet. It's called Chevrolet stock. Looks like a Bel Air. It's got all the trim, all the beauty stuff. They want 18,000, not bad, especially considering the interior condition, the frame condition, the global body condition. Let's see what we get for what we've got under here with a fairly complete engine bay. Again, what were the no swap options? So we're stuck with the V8 one carb overhead valve. No, I wouldn't say stuck with. That's a good motor. I mean, this is a cruiser, isn't it? You know, it doesn't have the crazy gold, the gold trim like the one that we did find does. Interior looks pretty good. Not a bad car at all. That's for sure. What else do we have in here? Another Bandit, looks like. Oh, it's a Bolt Roulette. It's pretty much the Bandit. It's the Camaro, quote unquote Camaro. It's got a straight 6, no swap options. No thanks. Then we've got, what do we got here? We have the Bolt Cape. A lot of swap options. 17,000. Seems steep for what that is. Fairly complete, not terrible. And I think that's it for cars in here. Yeah, I didn't find anything great in the junk. Actually, I haven't checked this one. Okay. Yeah, I didn't find anything great. I got a dragster car body option for the 57 Chevy. For this car, I think we're just going to leave it. We've already got a 57 Chevy, and it's a lowrider nonetheless, so it sits lower. We're going to leave this one as is. We've already got one. Let's not worry about it. And here we are. And what do we have here? We have a Challenger, don't we? Dodge Challenger. V8 overhead valve 6-pack. I'm guessing that's with the 6P stands for, which is a fantastic engine. Very desirable for these cars. Lots of swap options. They want $25,979. Global body condition is good. Frame conditions, fine. Interior, not a bad car at all. Looks like the interior is there. Got the pistol grip shifter. Very desirable. This is a sweetheart of a car right here, especially with that six-pack and that it's still there. That is tempting. That is very tempting. Challenger RT. What do we have here? We have a second generation RX-7. Hey guys, in real life, I will share with you, I did own one of these. It wasn't right-hand drive. It was a standard US version. Turbo 2. I actually owned two. I had a GXL, non-turbo, 88, and then I had a 1989 RX-7 Turbo 2, which had these round taillights like this. And it had, yep, that's the Turbo 2 hood. And that's not a rotary. What do we have in here? We have V8 dual overhead cam, supercharged, factory horsepower, 703 horsepower. Yep, that's not what mine had, that's for sure. But I did own this car in real life, and I miss it dearly. Oh my, 118,292. That is astronomical. What is the deal with this dual? That's not anything that I've ever seen in my life on a passenger car. Dual brake boosters. Interesting. Definitely brings back some memories looking at this thing. Mine was red. Mine was bright red. I think the Turbo 2s only came in 3 colors: red, white, and black. Don't know if you want to know all that, but hey, shared it with you anyways. Let's see if we've got anything as far as the junk goes. I'm really thinking about that Challenger. Oh, we have a case. We'll take that. This is a tempting buy. I'd almost rather own this than the Charger that I have in the garage. I think this is the better car. I mean, you look right here, car value $32,000. Car price $25,000. That's almost a no-brainer. Let's go ahead and take that home. So we're buying. We're gonna put it in the car parking because I'm not feeling like this is our project car. It might be, but I'm just not feeling it right now. Let's head to this barn. See what we can find. All right, here we are in our next barn. And what do, oh, is this an Aston Martin? It is an Aston Martin DBR1. Oh, look at the price on this thing. You've got to be kidding me. Look at how many numbers we're dealing with. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's $3,619,729. We don't have that kind of money, but it is cool to find one of these. Can we open this? Apparently it has to. No, it doesn't open. Not opening for me. But this is a bucket list car for sure. This would be amazing. Man, if I had only had a little over $3.5 million, we would work on that car. We would restore that thing to the glory that it needs to be. What do we have back here? We have a Chieftain TBX 2C with lots of swap options, but again, it's a big body, mid-70s muscle car, which is fine. Just not really anything I'm overly excited about, and I'm not going to do a car I'm not excited about. You understand? I hope you understand. Because if I started doing a bunch of stuff I didn't want to do on this channel, you would probably recognize that I'm not having very much fun, and it would probably come through in the videos. So we're just going to pillage this thing. We found a case. There's one. See if there's any rare parts that we need. Man, I wish I could get that car. Wish I had $3.5 million. That's got to be the most valuable car I've found yet. Just too bad I can't do anything about it. So let's do... Oh, we're really running out of barns. One more barn. One more. I've got a good feeling about it too. Oh, there's a car back here, and it's a Toyota Supra. Uh-oh. Hold on, let me check this junk here. I'm a little excited because this is a Toyota Supra. Third generation, fourth generation, right? It's been a while. Looks like the interior is there. It is right-hand drive. JDM style, guys. Looks like everything's mostly there. We got a value of 35,272, but they want 31,140. So, global body condition 82. Not bad. I wouldn't even care about the swap options. It's 2JZ, man. Toyota Supra. It is a Targa Supra as well. Obviously, this is an iconic car. This is an iconic engine, 2JZ, straight six. This is a gem for sure. Definitely a gem. I think it's a no-brainer. We take it home. We're gonna make this our next project car. It's a Supra, a 4th gen Supra. You're going to the garage, baby. I knew I had a good feeling about that barn. We did get a case, or a few cases. Let's open all these up. See what we get out of these. Hopefully more barns. No maps. But hey, we got stuff. Stuff is good. Not crazy about that rim. It's kind of like what those guys put on their Silverados. Go ahead and collect those items. Yes, let's open this case. You know those Silverados that are all lifted and the tires are way... Hey, there's a map. The tires are sticking way too far out. Mall crawlers, I think people call them. And I would agree. Collect items. Let's open that up. So now we have another barn for sure. Let's open that case. Fingers crossed for another barn map. Nope. We did get a camshaft for something. Hopefully a 2JZ. Inline 6B. Camshaft inline 6B. Maybe the engine they use in this car is the inline 6B. It's listed right now as inline 6 dual overhead cam. We'll find out if that's B or not. But guys, this is our car. This is our next project. A Targa topped 4th generation Supra 2JZ right-hand drive. Is it a manual? I'm sure it is. And it is indeed. This is going to be perfect. Let's send this thing over to Car Lifter A and get into it. See what we got. See what we're working with. Looking under the hood, when I saw it in the barn, I noticed it was missing the exhaust manifold there. I'm not sure what else it'd be missing to get it running. There's air filters here. So I'm thinking we just pull this, tear it down, freshen the whole engine out. I was thinking about maybe doing a quick flip, just get it running, get it looking nice. But it's a Supra. You gotta do it right. So crazy seeing the brake booster on the wrong side. Well, not wrong side. The other side that I'm used to seeing it. It's wild. These right-hand drives are very cool. Very cool. All right, so before we get the engine out, we got to get the drivetrain out. And by drivetrain, I just mean drive shaft. Sure, drivetrain includes engine and whatnot, but I mean transmission, drive shaft, that whole deal. Pull out. Move you back to where you were, and while we've got the engine in our hand, we can mount it to our engine stand. Okay, it looks like a lot of stuff faded away when we did that, so I'm curious how this is gonna go. Let's just start pulling things off. We'll get the alternator, this serpentine belt, water pump pulley. Just got to pull apart the front of the motor here. Harmonic balancer. I forget what they call it, but that's what I know it as. Get our distributor clip. 1 and 2. And we can get the cap off. Let's get the rotor out of there. And the distributor can come. Then we get our timing cover. And our, oh, we got to get this sprocket here apparently. We can take the chain off. Cute little water pump. Can we get the cams? No, we got to get the engine head cover out of here. It's cool to do another inline engine. Did it on the, what was that? Just recently. It wasn't overhead cam, I don't think it was. Got all these camshaft caps. I'm gonna get one row and then I'll speed up the other side. It was the Bronco. Yeah, it was the Bronco that was the inline 6. That's right. I'm sure we can get the cam gear off. There it goes. And then one more retainer cap. Then we can get the camshaft out. And then I'll speed up this side. There we go. And now the spark plugs. That out. There. 5 and 6. We've got 3 carburetors here. We'll get this air filter off. Pull this carburetor. And the 2 others. Now we can pull this fuel filter and the head off. A lot of bolts here for this head. And what do we have here? A lot of carbon. A lot of carbon buildup. Go ahead and take this oil filter off. It looks like we're pretty good up here, up top. We can roll this thing over. There, and there. Get the oil pan out of here. And we're looking at the business end here. We'll get the rod caps off. This bearing cap here, out of here. Got all that torn down, and now we've got the camshaft, and we are left with bare block. Take that off. See what we can repair on our own here. Looks like we were able to repair quite a bit here. Let's see, just double checking our block was safe. Our block was. Definitely gonna need a new crankshaft, pistons, that's fine. Probably gonna go performance on that anyways. The rod caps look good. Yeah, did pretty well. Oh, we were able to restore all 3 carburetors. That's fantastic. All right, time to build this engine out performance style. Got some very nice performance parts. Pretty much anything I could in the performance shop that I could for this engine. So we've got our performance pistons here. And we got our oil pan on here. And that pretty much does that. We'll throw a filter on now. And that does it for the bottom side. Flip it on over. Start building this. I'm excited. I had never built a performance, straight up performance inline 6 before. So this will be really cool. Get our water pump on here. And I know they have a performance alternator. I'm not going to worry about the alternator. I've said it before. It's an alternator. We'll put the performance parts where it matters, right? And I did buy a performance head. Ooh, fancy. Look at that. This is going to be cool. Then I did buy performance crankshaft, or camshaft, sorry. There's one. There's one. It was nice we were able to repair the ones we have. That's a little extra money when we go to sell those parts. All right, got that in there. Our performance spark plugs. Yep. Get each one of those in there. Guys, I hope you're doing well. I know I always say that, but I truly mean it. Oh, get a little closer there. And that one's in. Let's throw our performance fuel filter on here. I can't complain. I'm having fun playing Car Mechanic Simulator. Did buy performance carburetors. Those look very nice. And they did. Oops, we don't want that. There we go. This thing looks sharp already. Okay, and like I said, I did find performance filters for this. Is great. Sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. It just depends whether they have the performance filters or not. This is looking good. This is looking really good. It's a shame this thing has an engine cover. Might just leave it off. I'll show you what I mean under the hood here in a second, or before too long. Get that on there. Timing cover. Is now on. We can put our harmonic balancer. About a performance ignition system here. Get our performance rotor and our performance cap. Don't forget the clips. I've been known to do that. There we go. And then I did get performance wires. Oh, I guess it wants us to put this on. Put the certainty belt on. And then, oh yeah, we got to put this head cover on. There's two head covers. There's this one and then the one that goes on under the car. There's a lot of bolts here. Okay, now we can put our wires on. That makes sense. Our performance wires. Is that it? Oh, nope, we got exhaust manifold stuff, but it doesn't want me to put it on now. Guess it just goes on when it goes in the engine bay. Speaking of, let's set it down in there. Move you over to car lifter A. There we go. Take the engine. And install. Yes. Okay, move you back. And there we put our performance exhaust front section in. Then I think that means we can put our manifolds on now, and then probably the engine cover. Yes, we can. And I did buy performance ones of these. All nice and stainless. And one more. Okay, that all looks good. Now we just need to put on our clutch system, our flywheel, our pressure plate, our clutch, and our throwout bearing. And here we go. I got a performance flywheel. That's the one. As well as a clutch. Performance pressure plate. And just a regular old throwout bearing, which we need a new one of those. All right, get that on there. And then our gearbox. Bolt that all in, and then we'll have to install our starter from above. I'm not going to worry about putting the drive shaft in until we figure out if we need to replace anything back here, which it looks like we will. Get that oil in there. Don't want to forget that. Okay, so that's taken care of. Time to move on to front suspension. Get this wheel off of here. These wheels aren't really doing it for me. I think we're going to have to find some nice wheels for this thing. Some aftermarket. I went and looked in the paint shop just to see, out of curiosity, on how I want to build this. Sometimes I like to see what liveries are available, because it would have been cool to build this out like Paul Walker's Supra or something, but that has been done. But there weren't much in the way of liveries, so thinking, well, there wasn't any liveries actually, so it was all just, the only option is solid color on this car. I'm sure there's a config file I can find somewhere where somebody has modded to be able to put liveries in there. I'm not too worried about it right now. Figured we'll just go with a tasteful solid color on this, but I'm kind of thinking maybe a little bit body kit stuff. I know I said that on the BMW that I'm not crazy about the whole body kit thing, but a tasteful nice body kit. The one that was on that M3 was just a little overdone with the fender flares and everything, and some people are into that. Not knocking it, just doesn't serve the M3 body as well. Whereas with the Supra, a little more flowing lines, I think the tasteful body kit might work well with this. And I found a couple. We'll go over that when we get there. But we're going to go ahead and finish up with disassembling this side of the front suspension. All right, we got the whole front end disassembled. I'm gonna go ahead and take this intercooler out, see if we can repair that. Got our new parts. Let's get the steering rack in. And then we'll do this front sway bar. Inner tie rod. Outer tie rod. We need our steering knuckle first. Then we can go outer tie rod. Might as well get our cross member in here. Get the rubber bushings taken care of. One there and one there. Lower suspension control arm. Guess I did buy enough rubber bushings this time. Oh, we need to put our shocks together. Almost forgot about that, didn't I? Front wheel hub. We'll get this bolted in and we'll go put our shocks together. How about that? Join parts. All new. Compress. Decompress. Then I can take it. Put our other one together. Let that do its thing and then take it back to work on the front suspension. Now we can get that shock absorber in there. Get our sway bar front end link A. That all looks like that's taken care of in there. Let's go ahead and build out our brakes. Build out our brakes. And then we'll be good for the bearing and the cap. And I think that will do it for this side. Indeed it will. And that does that for that side. Let us move on to the rear end. Get this off of here. I have some options with the exhaust. The reason I didn't go with the exhaust right now is because some of those body kits, it depends on the rear bumper. If I want to go dual or single, there's something cool about going single with these Supras. I mean, that's the way they came. I think it looks good. But we'll see what we do when we get there. A pretty fancy rear end here. A lot different than the ones I'm used to working on with the just regular old leaf spring on the classic cars and stuff. This is definitely much more involved, huh? But it's cool though. I dig it. It's something different, right? There's a lot to it though. And rightfully so. I mean, it's a Supra. It's a supercar, right? Yeah, there's a lot here. Get this rubber bushing out of here. This one there. It looks like that's that side torn down. Let's go ahead and get this gas tank fuel pump out of here. Did buy Performance 1. Get that fuel tank out of there and go disassemble the other side. Okay, now we can get our rear sway bar and our rear cross member out of there. Time to start putting this stuff back together. Got the rear cross member there. Knuckle housing. Go ahead and put our rear sway bar in. Get our in link. Get that installed. Got our upper arm. A lot of rubber bushings back here too. It's impressive. Shock absorber A. I think the rear end on this thing is just as complicated as the front end, if not more. A lot of power getting put back here though, so it's understandable. rubber bushing. And the way these things handled. I've never personally driven a 4th generation Supra. I've driven a 3rd, but not a 4th. The way these things handled. Pretty amazing for their day. The 90s Japanese supercars are just incredible. Rear drive axle was nice. We were able to repair those. Those can run a little expensive. We weren't able to repair our cross member, which is too bad because those are expensive too. It looks like that has been built. Wait, oop. Don't want to forget that. Is that all of them? Nope, one more right here. And then one down here. That'll get you, I bet. Oh yeah, our whole lower control arm. That would be bad to miss that. And our spring. I guess it goes to show how unfamiliar, how much new territory this is for me. How unfamiliar I am with these things. That is it. I knew it felt like it went together a lot quicker than it came apart. Let's get our fuel tank taken care of now. Get that in. And our performance pump, there it is. On to the other side. And that is it for the passenger side. While I'm thinking about it, let's get this down here and take care of the frame. Welding up whatever might need to be, or I guess it's not frame, it's unibody structure. Whatever they call it. You want to repair the Toyota Supra? Yep. Okay, that can go back. Ah, that looks much better. I suppose we should take care of or choose what we want to do for body kit while we're looking at all this, because we're going to need to repair the exterior of the car. Let's go take a look. So we have options. Got these different front ends. That's a little over the top for me. I'm digging this front bumper. That's not bad. It's kind of cool with the way that it's got like that induction there for like brake cooling or something, you know, kind of that race car look. Not bad. Yeah, out of all these, this is just a little too much with like all the vents there and there and there, and this goes up and over and all that. This one's not horrible. I think that one just looks a little more slick and sleek and more fitting to the car. So we're going with that one. Yeah, there was this option too. That's just way too much. Over the top, if you ask me. We're going with a classy, tasteful, tasteful body kit styling. We have some options for hoods here. That one's a little over the top. That's obviously the Paul Walker style. Fast and the Furious Supra hood. I'm digging the hood we have. It works well with it. Don't mind it at all. These headlights are cool. Got kind of a smoked out, then like a blacked out type. Now onto the rear bumper. This is where we decided we want to go single exhaust, dual exhaust. I'm feeling the dual exhaust on this one. This is only single exhaust. So is this, so is this, and so is this. So that's the one we're going with. And for duals, I'm kind of digging these here. Look pretty good. Stainless. We'll go with that. As far as the wing, I don't want to mess with the wing. It's a Supra. It's its iconic look. So not messing with the wing at all. Now for the side moldings, we have these 4 options. That's more kind of a stock look, I believe. This kind of fits with our front bumper. I'm going to go with that. And then again, we'll worry about the taillights and headlights when we get there. So let's get this front bumper off. Oh, that looks cool with that intercooler sitting there like that. And let's put on this one. Yeah, I like that. That's cool with the little bump out for the turn signal. Let's get this. Yeah, that was the stock one, was the first one. Let's put on that one. Oh yeah. That looks good. That looks really good. I'm happy with that. Get this rear bumper off of here and we'll take care of that. They call it a taillight, but we know what it is. Put on the dual style. Then we'll put on our dual. Oh yeah. A little bit big, but hey, it works, right? Put on our other side of our body kit here, and that looks pretty sharp to me. Let's see what we can repair here. Let's get this window out. Get that window out. Get the rear clamshell. They call it a clamshell. That wing off. Get our hood and our doors. I think they need a little bit of work. And obviously this fender. Might as well take this fender. It looks pretty good, but I see it needs a little bit of work. Get this window out. That window out. And we'll take out the windshield. That's a blown apart Supra right there. We're able to repair pretty much all of it. The rear window is not in great shape, but it's not horrible. I mean, it still works. You can still see through it. And then the left body window, front window came out good. Oh, everything else looks pretty good. We got 93% on that window. I'm not going to get hung up on the windows. Start putting this stuff back together. Get the hood on there. Get our fender back on. This fender back on. Looking good. Get this door. I guess I said earlier passenger side, driver side. That doesn't apply in this car. Or it does, but the backwards way. Not backwards way, that's wrong. The right-hand drive way. In the States, we're used to left-hand drive. Okay, put the trunk window in. That doesn't look bad. I mean, you still see through it. It's good enough. Good enough. Get the right door on. Front right window, and then we'll get our mirror on. I want to see about the target too. I don't know if I want to leave that open. Get the taillight out of here. Oh, we got to put our front windshield in. Oh, we already did. No, we didn't. There we go. It deceived me. It looked like it was in. Let's get our taillights out of here. Still don't know what color we're going to paint it. I mean, I don't hate these lights. These look good. I mean, they're the stock lights. See if they're repairable. One of them was not. So that was... Oh, it was already in 100%, so no worries. Thinking more about it, I kind of want to go with these smoked out headlights here. We'll grab that one. And which one was that? That was headlight B. Headlight B. Then for taillights, we'll go with the blacked out C. Oh yeah, that's cool. I dig that a lot. It retains the stock look, but adds a little bit of flair to it. Well, I looked and there is no target top, so it's staying left open. We need to decide what wheels we're gonna use on this thing. Stock it came with, yeah, stock it came with 17s at 235 45R. And I like the width. 235 works, and that's all the way around. It might go a little wider in the back, but I definitely want to go a little bit bigger than 17. These here aren't bad, but then it would kind of look like I'm trying to look like a RX-7, a third gen RX-7 or something. I'd like to go something that's kind of a throwback to the 90s supercars, but there's not a whole lot here for that. Like some of these are just a little too wild, a little too crazy for that, like that. It would look weird on that car. This is a sleek, smooth car. I don't want rims that not necessarily match it, but that complement it. That's the word I'm looking for. I mean, nothing here is really jumping out at me. Speaking of third gen RX-7 right there. These kind of have a 90s supercar look to them, just a little bit. I mean, nothing here is really like obvious. That's it for a 4th gen Supra. You know, they're either really modern or really classic. There's not that kind of in between I'm looking for. Let's do a 19. Let's just be weird. Almost $2,000. now it's time for tires. I say we go with the sport tire for the rear. Let's do front first. For the front, we'll do the 235. Let's do 225. Profile, maybe 40. 225, 40. And then for the rear, we'll do 245, 45. Just give it a little beef back there. Let's put these together and see what we think. This is going to be the 40, the 225, 40, so this will be the front. I think that looks quite nice, actually. That looks better than I thought it would. Those rims aren't bad at all. That does have somewhat of a 90s style, 90s flair to it. Let's balance that. Let's put together one of the rears. Do the 245, 45. Yes. Oh yeah, that'll be a nice balance between the two. A little bit wider, a little bit beefier, but not over the top. Grab that. Let's balance that one, and I'll get the rest of these put together. Got our wheels and tires. So let's put on, do the 245, 45. There she goes. Oh, I think that fits it nicely. That fits the wheel well very nicely. I think the 19s are the way to go on the Supra. Nice. And then we'll put our 225 40s. Yep. It's like it knows. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good balance. That works. Especially when it gets down on the ground. All right, yeah, that looks really good. Get it down on the ground, see how that looks. Oh yeah, perfect. Squats a little bit in the front. Absolutely perfect. I want to move it. I want to try, before we paint it, I'm going to take it over to the dyno and see how much we have increased it over its stock power with those mods that we did do. Yes. Okay, so stock power was 348 horsepower and 272 foot-pound of torque. Let's run the dyno and see what we got out of it. I'm hoping to get 480 to 500 would be great. Anything above will be fantastic. And here we go. 582 over 448. A gain of 67.2 on the power and 63.3 on the torque. I'll take it. I'm ecstatic over that. All right, time to paint it. Okay, for this, again, I'll double check. Yeah, there's no liveries for this car. Kind of a shame. Kind of digging the black. Looks good on this, especially with the blacked out the headlights and stuff. Digging that. Oh, I just realized I need to install that third brake light if that's not there. Looks like it. Well, no, it's there. It's there. Okay. Matte black, nah. Pearl, no. Chameleon, nah. Chrome, nah. I like the metallic. I think that looks sharp. Looks very good. Let's paint it. All right. Let's move you to the garage entrance and put you through your paces. Speed track and whatnot. That looks good sitting there. Yeah, I really dig that. You know what? I want to change something. You go back on the lifter. Get these things off of here. Just wasting money. Don't mind me. Install. The 45, yep. I think that'll complement the black a lot better. Yep. Yeah, this was gonna bug me if I didn't do this. Wasted a lot of money, but that's okay. Because even when I go to sell those other rims back, you only get back half as much as you paid. But that's okay. It was gonna bug me otherwise. Oh, don't go back up. I didn't hold the button long enough. Okay, set you down and move you to entrance A. Look at that. Much better. I like it. Alright, let's take this thing out and see what it can do. Let's go first to the... let's go to the abandoned airport. Our Supra Targa. It's in the name, so now I know why you can't put the Targa top on. And here we are, on the other side of the car. And our Supra, ooh, it goes. Definitely goes. Do a nice smoky donut. Very nice. Yeah, it's definitely got some get up and go. I left the quarter window out, didn't I? The rear quarter window. Oh, that's cool. The brake light illuminates. J-turn. Does it nicely. The brake, the windshield, rear windshield illuminates with the brakes. That's really cool. Never seen that before. Nice. Sits a little high for my liking, but I'm not going to complain too much. Return to the garage. Let's fix that window. Can't believe I forgot that. In you go. Alright, speed track. And here we are. Let's go from the inside. Bounce it off the limiter. Oh, it does kick out a little bit. It does have a whole lot of torque in it. So we're already over 100 miles an hour. It's going to top out soon, I imagine. 120, 130. Oh, it's still going. 150. Yeah, this thing's flying. 176, 179, 180. It tops out at 185. And we're going to go through the... I've never had to do that before. This is quite a ride. Goodbye, cruel world. I'm gone on my Supra. Alright, enough of this. Return to the garage. Let's see what we made in profit. If we made a profit. That's been a lot. Alrighty, time for this to go on to greener pastures. New home. Let's say, ooh, car value 92,026. Not bad at all. We got a restoration bonus of almost $7,000. Well, let's do it. Sell a car. Almost $100,000. This is our first car that I think this is the most expensive car we've ever sold. Almost into six figures. That's pretty nice. Yeah, let's sell that. And we are now at $220,000. $322,000. That's a nice little chunk of change, almost $250,000. And this here is our profit. I don't know what it is yet, but you do. I'll do the math and editing. I think we made a profit. I'm pretty sure we did. Guys, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you watching. I really do. I know I say it every time, but it's because I mean it. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It lets me know you care. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Putting out new videos all the time. So, guys, thank you so much, as always, and I'll see you in the next one.